All right, here goes. Welcome. This is, we'll say, my maiden voyage to doing this. I've been wanting to start a channel. Well, I've started a channel a long time ago, but I've really never put anything on it. Had a lot to say, but never committed to actually doing something about it. I don't know. I think some people, whenever they're trying to start one of these things up, they're not sure if what they have to say is worthy of being listened to. Or if it's going to be received well. Sometimes you just got to say, forget it. Who cares? This channel is logically speaking, with the intent of logically speaking. I mean, essentially, what I'd like to do with this is a little bit of everything. You're not going to come to this channel and see just one particular mode of communication. I'm a techie, I guess you could say, so there will be tech involved. I am a free thinker. I think being an independent mind is a good thing, and I like to ask a million questions. Some people like that about me. Some people not so much. So we'll see how that turns out in the end. But I today try to tell you a little bit about me. Mostly this is just to get out here, just to kind of test the waters a little bit, see what happens. And I've got a perception about something that's been going on in the political world, which is one of the avenues we'll talk about. Politics, personal interests, reviews. I'll probably do some of that. Some products that I use, even some slight training courses as far as how I've learned to do things. See if they might help you along the way. Ultimately, my goal is to just help. I want to leave this planet in a better place than when I got to it. I think that's a good philosophy, and hopefully I can do that here. I want you to know I play devil's advocate a lot. So if I'm asking a question and it seems like I'm leading you somewhere, don't necessarily take it as such. There's my little dog back there. Ignore the little paint thing back there. I'm trying to get some of these walls painted. You'll notice this later on. I'm kind of a do-it-yourselfer, but I work all the time. I have a small business, and today has been a short day, so figured why not. So anyway, let's go ahead and touch the subject that I'm kind of been leaning on. I just want to have it out there. Today's the 29th of July. Everybody's kind of, is attacking Trump about the Epstein files. Like I said, don't really want to make this sound like it's a political channel, but today's start, that's where we're going. So Trump has made some serious attacks on people because they've been very curious about what's going on with Epstein's files and all that stuff. He said he was going to put him out. He promised that. So it does lend a question, why would he all of a sudden decide, why are you guys still on it? What's your problem? Why do you guys got to still bring this up when we have other problems that we need to attack? I want you to know I'm not a Trumpster per se. I do value some of the things that he said he's wanted to do and how he's wanted to approach things. We'll get more into that later on, but the reason I'm trying to get this out is because I do think there's more than meets the eye. When it comes to Trump, I think those that know him know he plays the chess game. Those that kind of has seen how he strategizes. It's a chess game. He's not thinking one move ahead. He's thinking 5, 6, 7 moves ahead. And sometimes, in the sales world, I was in sales a long time ago. I guess I'm partially still in it. It's not really the goal. I mean, I run lines. I work on security cameras. I work on networks, install access points, things like that. So selling, yes, obviously I got to sell my brand. My reputation kind of precedes me a lot with a lot of people, so I have that advantage. But anyway, let me get back on topic because I'm having a hard time with that because this is, like I said, my first time. A little nervous. We'll see how this plays out. But like I said, with Trump playing chess, doesn't it make you wonder, if Trump doesn't like something, who else would kind of want to bring that to surface? So if Trump were to, say he didn't like something particularly, all of a sudden people that don't like him will like that thing particularly. So with the Epstein files, I believe he does want them to come to light, but I do question if he wants to be the one to do it. There's a lot involved. I don't investigate enough to really get into the nuance of everything, but what I will say is that I think there is probably some people in some really high positions that will be implicated if those files come out. And if there is sex trafficking, this needs to stop. I mean, we've got to find a way to oust that. I mean, no matter how high up it goes, if we need to politically wipe out these people and start over, then that's what we need to do. The fear is we don't want to fall into chaos, anarchy, things of that nature. But again, back to the Trump scenario, I do believe that when this may be a ploy to get somebody else to put this out, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know if his family's been threatened. We don't know if the people are in high enough power to cause some serious damage. He's already had 2 attempts on his life. I mean, how many attempts on your life can you have before you start kind of wanting to not necessarily toe the line, but to maybe not make such aggressive steps without risk of compromise. So what I'm just saying is, he may be pretending, and he may not be. I mean, if he's totally against it, and we find out that he's been at all these parties and he's done all this stuff, and it's true, and we have actual evidence, then to hell with him. But I tend to not think that that's the kind of guy that we're dealing with. I've watched videos from way back when Trump was loved by everybody. I think it was Oprah from 20 years ago, something like that, where I think it's probably longer than that, actually, maybe 30 years, to where he talked about, if he had run for president, not that he was going to, but just he was giving ideas as to what he would want to see happen to the country, how he would want to improve upon it, things like that. And he made a lot of sense then. So, I don't think he's a bad guy per se. And I think that's where we're really running into some serious problems. And this is something else I'll touch on further, as we go along. As I find time, my workload is feast or famine. So I'm either really busy or I have a lot of time on my hands. Not as much a lot of time lately, thankfully, but I'll still try to make it. If this kind of kicks off a little well and people are appreciating it, I'm gonna do more to it. The view will change, all that other jazz. I didn't look on YouTube to see, hey, how can I have the best video possible? What do I need to have in the background? Ignore my bookshelf right now. I'm sure somebody will want to zoom in. And there's probably dust on my printer. I don't know. Right now, I'm a single guy. I've got 2 dogs. Life is full. So just trying to get things figured out. But anyway, just don't count the man out, and for those of you that already hate him, why? I mean, I just ask you that. Why? I've heard claims, he's a racist, he's a sexist, he's all these things, and I've not seen any proof of that. There was that whole comment about when he was in the bus and there was a hidden mic and he said something, pretty outlandish, what I call locker room talk. Not saying it's something that I partake in or anything like that, but I've heard it. I mean, it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not something that puts people in a high light. I mean, it's kind of crass, but you just got to understand how people are. I mean, same with Bill Clinton when him and Monica Lewinsky were doing their thing. I didn't care. I mean, as long as the country's being taken care of, let's just move on with that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, being a philanderer, not a great thing. I don't advocate cheating. I think that's pretty rough thing. What are you doing, Coda? There's my girl. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're at 10 minutes right now. I don't want this to be a long, diatribe. And right now, I like to actually, the next time I do create a video, have actually something written down a little bit. I was in the other room watching a video with Anna Kasparian and Tucker Carlson. Great video. Anna Kasparian was somebody that didn't really agree with a lot. She seemed to be very vocal in a way that I didn't appreciate. I think up till about maybe 6-7 months ago, and she has kind of went back to center a little bit. TYT, I used to really like Cenk. Thought he was a really great guy. Trump does something to people. Let's just say that much. Don't know why. Can't really make any sense out of it. And it doesn't make any sense because it didn't happen until he ran for president. And we'll touch on that too. Anytime somebody gets attacked before they even get a chance to really put out what policies they want to make or anything like that, I'm going to pay attention to. Anybody that's going to sling mud first, they're going to lose credibility right away. So when he did go on his attack finally, I didn't see any problem with that. I mean, if you get backed into a corner, you're going to lash out. It's just the way it is. It's how life works. But anyway, my name's Jimmy. Hope everybody didn't get too bored or too twisted up with this conversation. It was just something I wanted to get off my chest and kind of just have it on record, because if it does come out and say that, I've got some friends I want to be like, I told you so. And if they say, hey, you didn't know anything, I'm going to refer them back to this video and the date in which it was posted. So anyway, thanks a lot. Hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye, guys.